A very warm welcome to our channel. Let's explore our nature. So in this video we are going to talk about textiles. So in this what we are going to talk about is how clothes are important to us. Why do we need clothes? And clothes are also one of the basic necessities of life. In this video we are going to deal with this. So let us first understand what are the basic necessities of our life. Yes, you are right. There are four basic necessities of our life: food, water, shelter, clothing. So in this video we are going to discuss about clothing, food, water, shelter. We will discuss in some another video. So let us first understand the difference between the three terms: clothes, cloth. So when we talk about clothes, they are the swim garments that you wear on your body, and they are the ready-made garments. As you can see in the picture, these are the ready-made garments that you buy from the market and wear directly. When we talk about clothes, simple cloth, it's a piece of fabric, a piece of fabric. When S is added to it, it becomes pieces of fabric made from woven material. I hope this is clear to you. Now moving on to the next slide. The next term is cloth, which means to dress yourself. It's a way how you dress yourself. Let's take an example. I like to wear white shirt. I like to wear white shirt. You means to wear. So let's understand these three terms through this picture. So first of all is starting from wool. So wool is a fiber. First of all, let's understand this. It's a fiber which is obtained from animal, that is sheep, and when it is converted into fabric, through the process of knitting or weaving. Again, a cloth is a piece of a fabric, and when these fabrics are stitched, they become clothes, and when these clothes are wear, so we use the term cloth. Right, the way we wear clothes is cloth. So now I hope all the three terms are now clear to you. So now let's move on to the chapter. So now let us discuss clothing as one of the basic necessities of our life in this lesson. The importance of clothing to us. The first or the very basic importance of clothing to us is to cover our body, and the second one is to protect ourselves from dust, dirt, insect bites, and the third one, as you can see in the picture, to look smart and elegant. When you go to the parties or functions, you wear generally new dresses to look smart and beautiful and look also elegant also. So these are the importance, but the main importance is to cover your body, and the fourth one is to protect ourselves from changing weather condition. As you can see in the pictures, this is rainy season, this is summer season, this is winter, this is autumn season, and different types of clothes are wear on different in different seasons, and these clothes protect us from changing weather conditions. I hope this much is clear to you. Now we will discuss what early man used to wear. The obviously early man did not wear clothes like us. He used the skin of animals, large leaves, fur, and bark of trees to cover his body. And this was his first form of clothing. As you can see in the picture, leaves as clothes, animal skins as clothes. This was his first form of clothing. As the time passed, He learned to make textile fabrics using different types of methods like knitting, weaving, and then coloring them. So let us discuss one by one all those methods. So the process of making fabric. So let me first tell you the process through which fiber is converted into fabric, or we can say fiber is converted into yarn or thread. That is the process of spinning. A spinning is a process through which we convert fiber to yarn or thread. And after that, through the process of weaving or knitting, the yarn is converted into fabric. The yarn is converted into fabric. So I think this much is clear. Now we will deal one by one. Now, spinning, as you can see in the picture, our Honorable Prime Minister is spinning a cotton wheel where he is converting fiber into thread, fiber into yarn or thread. So, this is a process of making yarn from fiber. Now, weaving, we will discuss weaving. The process, the first of all, we will clear what is loom. It is a machine used to weave clothes, right? As you can see in the picture, this is a loom. The process of making clothes by crossing two sets of threads over and under each other on handloom or power loom. These are the two sets of threads you can see. As you can see, these are the two sets of threads. This is over and this is under. So this is the way how we weave the cloth, and there are two ways to do that. Well, the first one is handloom and the second one is power loom. So let us discuss one by one. The first one is handloom. It is a loom that is operated by hands to weave cloth. As you can see in this picture clearly, hands are used to weave the clothes, and a short clip you can see here in the slide. In this video you can see how threads are crossing over and under each other. So this is the way how handloom is function. So now moving to the next slide. Power loom, it is simple. It is a power, which means electricity, right? So it is a loom which is driven by electricity to weave clothes. It is a simple and it's a faster process. Now let us understand the difference between hand looms and power loom. So the basic difference is hand loom, it is a loom operated by hands to weave cloth. Power loom, it is a loom driven by electricity to weave a cloth. It is capable of producing simple designs. It is capable of producing complex designs. Low production. Why low production? Because why low production? Because it's a time consuming process. And it requires number of days to complete one piece of fabric. Here, more production, it is a less time consuming process. If it is a time consuming process, so the product will become expensive. And if it is not a time consuming process, the product will be cheaper. And the clothes made are less durable. Using handloom, the clothes made are more durable. Why is it so? Because the quality of the thread is very fine, which is used in power loom, and that is why it produces even products. So the clothes made by power loom are more durable. I hope this much is clear to everyone. So now the another way of weaving the cloth is a process of making cloth using knitting machines. So knitting machines or knitting needles you see at your home generally. So here only one thread is used in it. You can see it in the picture as well. Now moving on to the next slide, these are the knitting needles which you see at your home. Now these are the sum of the items formed using knittings. So now once the cloth is ready, so the cloth is now the fabric is ready. So what is the another step? It's a time to color the clothes. It's a time to make beautiful color to the clothes. So it is a dye by soaking it in colorful solution called dyes. So the cloth is colored by soaking it in colored solution called dyes, and we have two types of dyes, the natural dyes and the synthetic dyes. As the name suggests, natural means it comes directly from nature, from fruits, from vegetables, from spices, and synthetic means it is prepared in the laboratory by using chemicals. So now you can see some of the natural dyes using red cabbage leaf, blueberry, blackberries, raspberries, beet, lemon, orange peel, turmeric, spinach leaves, onion skins. You can see in the picture. Now we will discuss synthetic dyes. These are made from chemicals, and there are variety of dyes or variety of colors available in the market because they are synthesized in the laboratory. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Now it's a time once the cloth is dyed, different designs and patterns are made on it. So the different ways of creating patterns. So let us discuss mainly four different methods or patterns of creating patterns on clothes, right? So the first one is dye and dye method, the second one is block printing, the third one is vegetable printing, and the fourth one is embroidery. So we will discuss one by one. So tie and dye method, which is also known as bandhaj or bandhani, as you can see in the picture, and it is a special art of Rajasthan. It is a very beautiful way of creating patterns on cloth. You can see in the picture. Now, how it is done? It is done by tying up areas of cloth very tightly so that the dye does not reach there, and the rest of the cloth is dyed. The tied up cloth is opened to get lovely patterns. I'll show you a documentary on tie and dye method in which you will find women are tying small area using threads so that the color does not reach there or the dye does not reach there, right? And when the rest of the cloth is dyed, the tied up cloth is open to get lovely patterns. Kindly observe in the video.
नाना भांत के फूल सिर धर प्यारी गे शीस फूल सिर धर प्यारी गे फूले फूलन अड़ग सावरी हार बनो फूलन.
So I hope that this much is clear to everyone how tie and dye method is done. So now moving on to the next method, that is block printing. It is a special art of Gujarat and Rajasthan. A block printing is the process of printing patterns by means of engraved wooden blocks. So first of all, you have to make patterns on the wooden block. You have to engrave some patterns on the wooden block, and then those wooden blocks are used to create patterns on the cloth. How? Now we will discuss, as you can see in the pictures as well, and the process is here: wooden blocks with patterns on them are dipped into paints and pressed onto clothes to make patterns. You will see in this video how a man is doing block and printing. I hope this is clear to all of you. So now moving on to the next, vegetable printing. These are some of the samples done by my students, and I'm just sharing with you so you can see how beautiful patterns are created using vegetables like onion, ladyfinger, potato. So these are some of the patterns that are created on vegetables and then apply paint on them and then pressed onto the paper so that they will get beautiful patterns on the paper or a piece of cloth. So in this process, vegetables like potato, ladyfinger, capsicum, etc. are cut into special shapes, dipped into paints, and then pressed onto clothes to make beautiful patterns. You can see in this picture how this vegetable printing is done. I hope this is clear to everyone. And you can also create beautiful patterns using different vegetables. You can use your creativity and imagination to make vegetable printings on handkerchief or a piece of paper. So you can also try this activity at your home using your creativity, your ideas. So moving on to the next slide, the last one is embroidery. So embroidery is also another way of making beautiful patterns on a piece of cloth, as you can see in the picture. So it is done by using needle and colorful threads. So these are some of the embroideries which are famous in different states. Like the first one is Fulkari embroidery, that is famous in Punjab. You can see the beautiful pattern there on the picture. And the another one is Lucknowi style. This is also called chicken curry. This is also called chicken curry, and this is famous in Uttar Pradesh, which is specifically in Lucknow. It is a Lucknowi style kind of embroidery. The next one is Jardosi. That is again a beautiful pattern, a way of creating pattern on a cloth, and it is also again famous in Uttar Pradesh. And Kantha style, in this kind of style is famous in West Bengal and some parts of Odisha as well. So this is all about how to make patterns, beautiful patterns on cloth or on a piece of fabric. So this much is there in this chapter. So I hope you like the video and you find it informative. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and if you find it informative, you can like the video and you can share this video with your friends. Have a nice day.